Hey everybody, and welcome back. It's we can see right down there. Let's check it out. 12:30 on the 18th of April, 1809, and we've had a lot going on. And I usually wouldn't want to jump in this quickly and show you another video, but I think this time I sort of had to. Let's go left to right. First, we've had the story by which General Kienmeyer has cleverly marched all the way from this pontoon bridge, all the way back over and to here. In doing so, he struck the left flank of Marshal Oudinot's forces, who had been fighting their way down here to Munich. Here, they were held by these two very high-quality units from General Liechtenstein's division. They were pushing this way. He marched around this way. Oudinot now is falling back as quickly as he can back here to Dachau, where he's going to try to hold this line. He is not outnumbered, but qualitatively he's got a problem. We're going to see how that goes. You'll notice I have PP 1130 to 1330. That's push. Under the rules for the Flight of the Eagle, these cavalry units that are chasing him, the game assumes you can't force someone to fight. But what you can do is nibble away at them as they run away. Now, the French, to their good fortune, had these cavalry units to guard their rear, but the Austrians also had some horse to chase after them. So they've taken they've lost a couple hundred horse just as part of this retreat backwards to the river line from which they'll fight. Now let's come over here. This is Marshal Messina. Marshal Messina has just made this left turn at the village of Hohenkammer, and he's making his way over to Freising. He doesn't yet quite know where Marshal Oudinot is. He's looking for him. He wants to help him. But he really wants to help Marshal Lefebvre. He's going to find out that, well, we'll find out what's going on over here, but there are messages coming out from these two. So he doesn't know what's going on. I love the fact that he's marching around this whole mountain. But he's bringing these guys with him, and they're marching forward. By the way, all the little blue cubes, those again are messages that are going back between the different forces. You'll remember that some time ago now, Marshal Lefebvre ordered not the blowing, you can't blow the bridges, but the damaging of the bridge here at Freising and up here at Moosburg. Put that back, that's where that belongs. So those, these are damaged bridges, so it's not as if they can make an easy crossing. But he's looking to stay on this side and maybe help, but he doesn't know what they're up against. Let's go up here. This is Marshal von Damme. You can see there's all these messages flying around, and some are getting to him. He has gotten as far as he intended to go, and he's looking around to figure out what's next. He wants to know where everybody is, and that's fair enough. And some folks are about to tell him. And here's probably the big story, and it comes in multiple pieces. The first piece is the main fight for Landshut. Marshal Davout, remember at the Battle of the Crossroads, has shattered the Austrians. The Austrians fled this way. I believe we covered the fact that General Rosenberg made the very difficult decision to abandon these men. They were trying to get away from this battle at the Crossroads, come over the pontoon bridge, and retreat here to Landshut. They didn't make it. By the time Marshal Davout's men had pushed through, there was no time. Marshal Rosenberg ordered the destruction of the pontoon bridge that had worked so long to build, and these men now crept forward, and they got away. These men didn't. The interesting piece is this cavalry unit is chasing them, and as you can see, doing that push damage we talked about, they're being slaughtered. But over here is a brigade of cavalry that was sent by General Hillier to find out what's going on at Landshut. And he's finding out, but he's also now seeing this entire division of Saint-Julien coming pell-mell this way, being pursued by these horse. Marshal Davout has won a great victory. He shattered the core, in many respects, of General Rosenberg. But he doesn't know where he is now. And over here, Marshal Lefebvre, whose men are in pretty sad shape, tell you the truth, because they've been fighting for this same bridge sector for the past 2 days, he's pulling back in the hope that the Austrians will keep pushing and allow Marshal Davout to fall on their flank. These folks, these two generals, General Rosenberg and and General Louis, they're not having it. They sense something is up and they don't know what to do. So we're at a bit of a stalemate right now. We'll see. More messages. And over here, we have the decision made by General Hillier to march this way. And you can see he's marching overland. That's the other half of that cavalry division I mentioned, followed by here, here, and here, his men. They're marching this way. They're trying to get to this road to sweep this way and end this logjam. As much as I don't like marching over land in these games, it's not a crazy idea. Here you have Charles himself and General Colerath, who are slowly, and I do mean slowly, making their way here. He's ordered a 12-hour march, which is actually about to come to an end in just 4 hours, but they're trying to get farther and farther and farther along. Here north of the bridge, we have General Bellegarde, who he is marching again further and further. Here's the reality for the French. They have not one, not two, but 3 corps bearing down on Ratisbon, one of their 2 principal objectives. They already control Munich. Napoleon will be arriving here at Ingolstadt tomorrow. He, however, is not bringing any troops with him. He's just bringing his remarkable leadership abilities and bonuses and the ability to better coordinate. Right now, the French have a strong central position, but these two corps have done a wonderful job of tying up these 2 corps. This corps and this corps are a bit at a loss, as is this one. So there is a lot of uncertainty. As we leave this report of 12:30 on the 18th of April, this version, and as I think you all know, there are 2 flavors of Kriegspiel this time. This Kriegspiel is far from over. Thanks for watching.